Halo, halo. Witam serdecznie. Z tej strony Killer. I dziś w sobotni w miarę jeszcze poranek. Trzeba dotlenić swoje zwoje mózgowe. I spróbować porozwiązywać różnego rodzaju zagadki. Tym razem, jak i 3 odcinki wcześniej, Rekonstrukcja 5, a i nawet przygodówka, rozwiązujemy jakieś zagadki. Nie jest trudna, w razie czego raz czy 2 razy się zaciąłem, więc można spokojnie podpowiedzi sobie wziąć, ale staram się oczywiście tego nie robić, bo w łamigłówkach chodzi o to, żeby się trochę pomęczyć, a nie iść na łatwiznę. No i teraz teraz skończyłem, z tego co pamiętam, z powrotem jestem tutaj w tej galerii i musimy przeprowadzić rekonstrukcję tego napadu. Mamy tutaj księdza, on jest dla mnie też jeszcze jakiś taki podejrzany. Jest tutaj ta nasza znajoma Niko. Jesteśmy my, niedorozwinięty policjant. Troszkę bardziej rozwinięty, aczkolwiek służbista. Drugi i jest jeszcze ten jak mu tam, kurczę, ten krytyk sztuki. Też podejrzany. Wszyscy podejrzani. Dobra, co my mamy zrobić teraz? Co my mamy zrobić teraz? Wskazówki. Urządzenie działa, ale muszę się jakoś upodobnić do Henry'ego dla celów rekonstrukcji. Aha. Dobra, okej. Czyli ja muszę coś, nie wiem, założyć na siebie? Czy co ja mam zrobić? Kurwa, znowu są problemy z tym. Nieraz z tym znaczkiem są problemy. Upodobnić się muszę. Ale to znaczy, co ja mam zrobić? Ekwipunek. Mam karalucha puścić. Whisky. Sobie dać.
That wouldn't work.
Nie no, co ja mam teraz robić?
Hey, Nico, what's new?
Not much since we last spoke, George.
Hello, Father.
Proszę się
Mr.
pewnie położyć.
Stewart, will this take long?
Witam,
I'm
panie
not
Paweł,
sure.
witam.
Nave appears to be
Jesteś
struggling
wolny
with the
już?
machine.
I'll pray for some divine intervention then.
Yeah, if you think that'll help.
The Lord is always listening, George.
Jadę z tą przygodówką dalej, bo oczywiście, wiesz, muszę starać się kończyć te gry, które zaczynam. Dobra, czyli ja ostatnio, z tego co pamiętam, naprawiłem im te urządzenie. Kurwa, no to co, jak mam się upodobnić do...
The best place to find all these things was in his office.
Aha, mam jego rzeczy znaleźć. Dobra. Okej, no to dobrze trafiłem. Teraz weź jego rzeczy znajdź. A właśnie, tutaj dalej chyba... Mogę ten listek figowy? Nie jesteś wolny.
I opened the compartment again.
No ja dzisiaj, wiesz, Broken Sword, później... Nie mam dalej klucza, nie?
I wasn't going to open the safe without the key.
Nie znalazłem, nie?
Using a paperclip to pick this lock would have been very impressive. If it had worked.
Później możemy pograć tego Diablo, bo dawno nie graliśmy. A wieczorem ja już muszę sobie zagrać tego Alana Wake'a. 6 dni temu grałem. 6 dni. Szedłem ostatnio tam do tej podziemi, do tego metra, nie? Dobra, no ja tu nic chyba nie zrobię, nie? Dobra, muszę się upodobnić do tego właściciela, więc jego ciuchy. Gdzie mogą być jego ciuchy, kurwa? W tych stertach rupieci? Czy w biurku? Na kanapie? Nie, no musi być... Musi być stercie rupieci chyba.
Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s.
Ale to jest to samo, co było
Yeah,
wcześniej.
it was certainly nothing of any use. It was a hookah pipe. Those things gave me a headache.
Ja mi już w żołądeczku burczy, wiesz? Jeszcze nic nie jadłem i już zaczyna
It
jazda.
was a battered sofa.
Dobrze, że w mikrofonie tego przy ustach to nie słychać za bardzo. No to biurko
The
zobaczmy.
desk
No.
was covered with Henri's junk, and none of it was of any use.
Żadna się nie nada? Nie nada? Nie nada. No to o co ci chodzi, panie? Telefon?
It was a pretty flamboyant-looking clock.
To jak mam się, przepraszam, upodobnić do Henry'ego? Co ja mam wziąć? Rupiecie? Nie. Gitarę?
Henry's guitar. Poor man would never play it again.
Rurę nie. Te rupiecie? Nie. Biurko? Nie.
The desk was covered with, and none of it was of any.
Kalendarz
Calendar looked
przecież
like a
nie.
child's.
Czy tu z tej
It was a
rzeźby
statue
mam
of
dobrać?
Henri. On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses.
O, okulary.
Maybe, just maybe, the glasses would make me look like Henri.
Tu nawet nie widziałem, że tu ma okulary. Wow, i to będzie moje całe upodobnienie się do Henry'ego? Okulary założę? No to super. No zobaczmy, dobra. Załóż okulary. Dobra, ale gdzie mam je... Jak ja mam je założyć?
It was the pair of
Dobra.
glasses I'd taken from Henri's statue.
Może jeszcze muszę coś znaleźć.
It was a battered sofa. Empty bottles.
Kanapa. Okulary. No nic na tej rzeźbie nie ma więcej. Może jakąś czapkę muszę jeszcze znaleźć. Czekaj, on miał czapkę czy nie miał czapki? Zaraz, pokażmy się.
The CCTV camera watched over the gallery, though it no longer seemed to be recording.
Dobra, czy nie myślałem, że tam jakieś znajdzie zdjęcie, żeby zobaczyć, czy coś jeszcze nie muszę mieć. Biuro, robicie, telefon. Dobra, może jak wyjdę, to on automatycznie to założy, bo stwierdzi, że okej, że już wszystko znalazłem. No i ja chciałbym to założyć. Kurwa.
I found these glasses of Henri's.
Witam, Gry.pl.
Stole
Witam,
or
witam.
found? Never mind. That might just do it.
No dobra. Jeśli chodzi o okulary,
Come on,
nie?
everyone, into position. I want everyone to stand precisely where they were
Zobaczymy,
when the victim
co ten
died.
magik teraz wymyśli. Niestworzone historie pewnie. Co słychać? No... W zasadzie w weekendy robię sobie jakieś tam streamy. W różne gry gram.
This process is ridiculous.
A
God
tydzień
moves
to
in
mam tak
mysterious ways,
zajęty.
Father.
Praca, dom, że
And
nieraz
the
mi się nie
devil
chce
makes work
wieczorami
for
już
idle
grać.
hands, Mr. Stobart.
Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
Dużo w Diablo gram, bo teraz ostatnio 4
I tried
od
to tell
premiery.
Nave the truth
Farminga.
about Bloodstain.
I jakieś
Did he
takie
believe
gierki nieraz
you're a
na
man of God?
rozmurzenie
His
w
faith is
weekendy.
in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
jakieś tam zagadki porozwiązywać, o takie lubię też, nie? Bo ja nawet nie wiem, co ja miałem teraz robić, bo się nie skupiałem, co oni do mnie gadali. Co ja mam zrobić? Leżę na... Co mam zrobić? Aha, gramy samobójcą. Może mam z nim pogadać.
Father?
Yes, my son.
O kurde. Maszyna.
Do you think the machine will give the inspector some insight into Henri's murder?
He will find the answers he seeks, but he asks the wrong questions. This was no ordinary murder.
Rekonstrukcja 5, wiesz? Znalazłem, bo ja mówię, w weekendy lubię pograć takie gry, żeby jakieś zagadki rozwiązywać. Często, gęsto takie grałem w takie te gry, co przychodzi z lokacji do lokacji i szukasz ukrytych przedmiotów tego. One mają bardzo podobną fabułę. Tych gier już rozegrałem od cholery. I jeszcze mam nawet parę, bo nieraz na promocji sobie coś tam kupowałem. Bardzo łatwo w nich zdobyć platynę, więc w zasadzie to też ma swój plus, bo są krótkie i tak dalej. I chciałem sobie znowu jakoś pograć taką grę, gdzie można rozwiązywać zagadki. No i zobaczyłem, że było na promocji Rekonstrukcja 5. Niestety nie widziałem, żeby na konsoli były wcześniejsze jakieś części, żeby pograć, więc niby zaczynam od 5, nigdy w tego nie grałem wcześniej. No i nawet fajna. Można sobie rozwiązywać jakieś zagadki, coś tam. No i jest jakaś taka fabuła, nie? Nawet to wygląda, nawet. Może być. Wiadomo, że to jest jakiś klasyk, stara gra i tak dalej. No dobra.
Do you think Inspector Nave will ever figure this out?
I'm not sure, although I'm no expert.
Yeah, neither is he by the looks of it.
Mamy tutaj jakąś do rozwiązania zagadkę napadu na galerię sztuki, kradzież tego obrazu. Przy popełnianiu tego przestępstwa został właściciel galerii zastrzelony, ale tu coś jest, kurde. Możliwe, że on nawet sam to próbował zlecić ten kradzież, może ten właściciel galerii, albo jakieś tam, w ogóle tu jest jakiś, już się dowiedziałem, że w to maczali w tym palce już jacyś Ruscy. Jak wiadomo, kto może maczać palce? Wiadomo, że Ruscy. Także pewnie jacyś gangsterzy też, no.
You keep talking about the Gnostics. Who are they?
They are a cult, a warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet!
Mogę
Last time we met,
zapytać.
you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart. The Dominican order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Ile mam
Because
lat?
heresy is evil.
Tak jak w Niku.
Okay.
76
1,000
rocznik.
years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God.
No ja gram w gry jeszcze,
You see?
wszystkie konsole jeszcze na Commodore,
Now
Amidze.
this painting,
Ja tam.
the Benedictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery. And Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints, heretical saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, messieurs. Silence, please, both of you.
Ten każe tego. Cisza, Ale ja nic innego nie mogę zrobić, tylko chyba z nim pogadać na ten temat. A może jak mu dam pudełko z karaluchem,
Monsieur
zobaczymy sobie.
Stubble,
Yes, Inspector?
you are fiddling.
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well, don't. You are supposed to be dead. The dead do not move. They do not talk. And they certainly do not fiddle. So, please, stay in character. Important science is occurring.
Nave wasn't going to let me show the priest anything, but that wouldn't stop me talking to him.
Aha, czyli nie mogę nic wyciągnąć mu, żeby pokazać, ale mogę gadać. Więc tylko te opcje. Uraboros, Uraboros.
The Ouroboros. What exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden. There
Uraboros.
are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge. The painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and
Ouroboros.
gentlemen. That is the first set of results
No jeszcze
completed.
miałem pogadać
Only
świętych.
36 more to do. Please remain in position while we reset the
36.
machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
Who are these false saints?
Gnostic saints, not beatified by the Church. They question orthodoxy, lure the unwary down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fires of damnation.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album?
Teraz mu mogę pokazać.
Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an official investigation.
Don't you understand?
Kurde, karalucha mogę mu pokazać jeszcze.
The painting is evil. The heretical Gnostics in league with the devil himself.
The devil?
Don't you understand? The tabula veritatis. The
Kto tu
tablet of
przyszedł?
truth. It is real.
Nagle sobie ktoś przyszedł.
Oh well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Nave?
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard
Nagle
Langer,
ktoś chce
Interpol,
wszedł.
serious art theft. We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Ah, yes, sir. Oh, you didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor, and...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
A Hawaiian? Mon Dieu. Move! Get on to the Hawaiian embassy straight away. There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your blood stain is a pizza sauce.
Pizza? Move! You fool! Forget the
Sam
surf
jesteś
shops.
idiotą.
Get on to the Italian embassy. This has mafia written all over it.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your witnesses. And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
So, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Nave is worse than useless. I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Madovsky.
Gainan? The name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledicio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your help. Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all
Jej się
cute.
podoba.
Hidden depths, too.
Te
Oh, yeah?
wnętrze,
What about my
albo
hidden
i
depth?
zewnętrzne.
You showed me those long ago, George. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
Idę do
I have
twojego.
to see a woman about a dog. A stuffed dog, that is.
You're
Oh,
talking riddles again, George.
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Muszę klucz znaleźć ten tutaj. Każą mi iść do Biżu. Nie mogę iść tu, nie mogę iść tu. Biorę security. No to musimy iść do Biżu. Biżu.
Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying.
Można tu coś znaleźć. No spróbujmy wejść. Bez zapowiedzi.
The door was locked.
O jest. O jest. Muszę zadzwonić. Bzz.
Bijou, it's George again. The air was
Jezu,
heavy with
kochany pies.
incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater.
No dalej ten
happened?
trup tu leży.
Please help me. I'm lost.
Losy. Pchane pcheł. O,
There was a smashed record on the floor.
Chyba się zdenerwowała. Miała załamanie. Złapała płytę gramofonową i
There was
rzuciła
no
na
record on the
podwórko.
turntable.
Tak. Tak czuję, że tak było. Ty mi powiedz, panno Biżu, gdzie znajdę klucz. Może w tej jebanej pozytywce. Co ja tu jeszcze mam? Okulary. Może jej dam okulary. Jako pamiątkę po jej mężu. Dobra, najpierw pogadam.
Oh, help me, you must help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it. Lost, lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was our song.
I'll see what I can do. Lane tells me you've got the provenance, that you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear. My head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe. In the gallery office. Stop asking all these questions.
No to ja potrzebuję klucz. No
Bijou,
właśnie.
where's the key to the safe?
Henri? You're not Henri. I'm keeping the key just like Henri
W
asked.
pozytywce
Could
jest
I
pewnie.
borrow that key, please?
Oh, I need my tune. Nothing else matters.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state. I had to find a way to get the safe key. Who sang the song?
My darling Henri, of course. You got to #2 in the Swedish charts. I was so proud. Get me another one, Georges. Oh, please tell me you will.
I guess I can try.
Oh, you're
Czekaj,
a
gdzieś
darling.
był
I felt
jakiś...
terrible. I was anything but a darling. All I was really after was the key to the safe.
Coś mi się wydaje, że gdzieś była
Please
jakaś...
help me.
Jakaś maszyna grająca. Drugie miejsce na szwedzkiej liście przybojów. Zobaczymy. Może coś znajdę takiego. O, zobaczmy tą pozytywkę.
There was no reaction from Bijou. Eine kleine Nachtmusik was clearly not what she wanted to hear.
Mamy to... Mogę coś zrobić? Może dam jej okulary.
That wasn't worth trying.
No nie da się tego skleić przecież, co ja zrobię.
Bijou had been at the champagne in a big way. The joss sticks had finally burned down, but the air was still thick with incense.
Akta, akta. Biały kwiat. Co to?
Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk? Henri looked very much at peace.
Ale na co mi biały kwiat? Biały kwiat.
It was the flower from Henri's lapel.
Co ja mogę zrobić?
Fifi had pride of place on the table. Its little face reminded me of Henri,
Its coat even matched his hair. Some dogs really do look like their owners.
Dałoby się okulary dać.
That was never gonna happen.
Kwiat mu?
I needed a better idea.
Ale po co mi ten kwiat? Nie mam kurna pomysła. Szwedzką piosenkę. Gdzie jest? Czy ja mogę wyjść stąd? Czy muszę tu coś jeszcze zrobić?
Look at this lovely white flower.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you?
No właśnie, pytanie. Zapiszę sobie. Dobra. Spróbuję wyjść i zobaczyć, czy jestem w stanie gdzieś pójść. Czy jestem w stanie znaleźć płytę z tym? Z tą muzyczką. Jestem w stanie wejść. Okej, kawiarnia, park, butik.
Tony's. Looked like a good place to take Nico. Parisian spring fashion. Reminds me why I love this city. It was another part of town that was alive with cafes. The Bois de Boulogne was just across the road.
Czy tu nie mogę, tu nie mogę. Może w Era Security są jakieś
I arrived back at the
pioseneczki.
shopping arcade.
Albo on ma jakieś. Możliwe, że on coś tu ma. Rozumiem, że tu nie wejdę już, nie?
The Vera's shutters were down again. The police had probably cleared it out. I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a
Może ma
stock
jakąś
update, and I've
muzyczkę.
gotta say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
Karta z melodyjką, kanapka.
Bobbins and threads. The stock range on the stall was impressive. Nice selection of
Na
sandwiches
końcu
you have.
wezmę tamto.
That's actually my lunch, George.
O, propos lunchu, kurna.
There was a stack of
Zjadłbym
books,
coś już.
but all in Greek from the looks of it. What are those things?
Garnki.
Oil pots, all empty.
Dobra, weźmy te kartki, może tu
They
coś
look
będzie.
interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them.
No, to
They
ja bym
look
to chciał.
interesting. A stack of those.
Dobra, to powiedzmy,
Hey,
pogadajmy
Sam, how's
może.
business?
Good to see you, George.
Może będę mógł mu powiedzieć,
Gotta
o
say,
co
the
mi
new
chodzi.
branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes.
Sold anything?
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
O właśnie. Najpierw może stragan, bo tutaj to...
What's your latest bargain?
Bargain? I prefer the word incentivizer, George. Look at the store. Something for everyone, and everything for someone.
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar. Let me check the database. I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Bassam certainly knew his stock.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
Za darmo
It's
dostanę.
yours. If you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks.
Dobra, a...
I
Kurde.
didn't think there was much point. I didn't think there was much point.
Co mi to w takim bądź razie?
I didn't think there was much point.
Chyba mogę stąd wyjść, nie?
Any other
Wiesz-
bargains?
Got a batch of phone covers.
Let me
Tu na
guess.
telefon.
Rhinestones?
Got it in one.
Dobra, to chyba już nic od niego. O! Jest karteczka.
It played the Jasmine tune.
Dobra, idziemy. Z powrotem. Pocieszyć wdówkę. Znowu będę
The
musiał
door was
zadzwonić.
Bijou, it's George again.
Dobra, i powiedz mi, gdzie klucz jest. Dam jej to.
How about this card? It plays the tune.
How so? Oh, how wonderful. Dance with me, Henri.
O kurde. Muszę tańczyć? Toaletka.
I found myself at Bijou's well-equipped dressing table.
A, muszę się upodobnić teraz.
I added
Gotcha.
Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner. Time to bring Henri back to life.
Aha, i ona musi myśleć, że ja jestem
I
nim i
needed a
ona...
brown goatee. That was never gonna work.
Zaraz. No jest tutaj. Dobra, co my tu mamy? Szczotka do włosów.
Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself.
Lakier
I
do
once painted my
paznokci.
toenails with my mother's varnish. Still not sure why that made her cry so much.
Szminka. Plastry z woskiem. Chusteczki. Pędzel z niebieską farbą. Pędzel do różu.
I decided to clean my face and start again.
Aha. Oczyścić to.
I grabbed a strip. Prepare for wax. I wondered if red was my color. I was already red-lipped.
Co to kurwa plaster z woskiem? A po co mi ten plaster z woskiem? Może on jest potrzebny tutaj?
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Po co mi to?
That wouldn't work.
Nie wiem, o co chodzi. Brązowy cień do
I
powiek.
didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting. My hair was now the same color as Henri's. Getting there, but I needed a little more. Henri had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee. My hair was already covered in this stuff.
Brązowy cień do powiek. Tylko szminkę spierdoliłem.
Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself.
Brązowy cień
I
do
daubed
powiek.
some rouge on my cheeks.
Kurwa.
How about a little blue?
Wow. No nieźle wyglądam.
I shudder to think of the pain a simple strip like that could induce.
Nie wiem, co ja teraz robię, nie?
I added on
Da.
these glasses. I
Dawaj,
looked more and
kurwa.
more like a gallery owner. Looking good, but not quite there yet. I needed to flower power my outfit. Bijou used a pungent flowery scent. I didn't want it on me.
Co ja teraz? Gdzie te
That
plastry?
wouldn't have worked.
Dziurka od guzika.
I added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. It was working, but I needed something else. My neck,
Szyję. Ale co z tą szyją?
too bright.
Puste.
I needed a more subtle color.
Za jaskrawo.
Lots of cotton buds, always handy for oiling machinery. I shudder to think of the pain a simple strip like that could induce. Henri and I had a similar build, but how could I disguise my classic Stobart good looks? For starters, Henri had more facial hair than me.
Gęstszy zarost. No i co ja mam zrobić z tym zarostem? Muszę zabrać ze szczoteczki? Jak mam wziąć zarost? Plaster z woskiem. Może to otworzyć jakoś, kurwa. Gęstszy zarost. Ale
Nope, I needed to try something else.
gęstszy zarost. Jak mam zrobić sobie te, kurwa, plaster z woskiem?
I needed more facial hair, not less.
Właśnie, więcej zarostu. Jak mam zrobić więcej zarostu?
My hair was already covered in this stuff.
To jest do włosów. Może ja czegoś nie mam?
Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself.
Dobra, a jakbym chciał wyjść? Może ja czegoś nie mam jeszcze. Jak zrobić sobie zarost? Mogę z nią pogadać?
Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
Dobra, tutaj nic nie dostanę, ale jak zrobić zarost?
Just dance with me.
Muszę coś mieć jeszcze. Może kurwa z tego psa jestem w stanie wyciągnąć coś. Żeby sobie przykleić. Albo on tu coś jeszcze ma.
Fifi had pride of place on the table. Its little face reminded me of Henri. Its coat even matched his hair.
O właśnie,
Some
umiaszczenie było
dogs
w
really do
kolorze.
look like their owners.
Umaszczenie było w kolorze jego włosów. No właśnie. Może ja muszę cążkami
That
wyrwać.
was never gonna happen.
No jak? Nie? A tu? Tak.
Sorry, Fifi.
jest.
I'll see you in Rio.
Teraz mam włosy, okej. Psia sierść. Okej. Coś jeszcze? Chyba nie. Dobra, ale ja sobie zrobię 5 minutek przerwy i coś sobie zrobię do jedzonka, bo głodny jestem. Na razie wróciłem, ale jeszcze będę wszedł do kuchni, bo stwierdziłem jednak, że pomału będę robił obiad. Fryty muszę sobie wsadzić i kebaba. Będę sobie smażył. Dobrze by było za jakieś 5 minut wrzucić te fryty. Później kebaba. I później to sobie nie zapomnieć zabrać. Bo jak zacznę grać, to zapomnę. No dobra, czyli co? Okulary.
I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner.
Się okazało, że nic nie mam za bardzo w lodówce na kanapki.
Henri had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee.
Dobra, jeszcze tu wsadźmy.
I added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. Looking good, but not quite there yet. Henri's hair was darker than mine.
Dobra, włosy.
Getting there, but I needed a little more.
Dobra, i jeszcze ten zarost.
With my mouth firmly closed, I added the wax strip to my upper lip.
Coś jeszcze na szyi
Instant
było.
goatee. It was working, but I needed something else.
Co jeszcze?
My neck.
Ale co jest z szyją nie tak?
Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself.
Ostry boski.
Lots of cotton buds. Always handy for oiling machinery.
Co jeszcze tu nie ma? Bo jest jeszcze szyja aktywna, do której nic nie
My
zrobiłem.
neck.
Co mam zrobić z szyją?
My hair was already covered in this stuff.
Tu mam te jeszcze pędzle niebieskie, czerwone, róż, no to, ale to nie może być to. Bo to mi, kurde, maluje. Co tu jeszcze jest? Szminką pomaluję se usta.
Lots of cotton buds. Always handy for oiling machinery. Nail varnish.
Strzelakier.
Best avoided. Bijou used a pungent flowery scent. I didn't want it on me. My hair was now brown. If I had to wear glasses, I'd choose something a little slimmer. It wasn't as neat as Henri's, but in her state, Bijou wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
No dobra, ale co mi jeszcze brakuje? Może ubranie, że mam takie wziąć? No co mam zrobić? Już nie pomaluję ze szminką tego. Kurwa. Co mi tu
I had the
brakuje?
outfit exactly, but I needed something extra to ensnare the senses.
Czegoś, co
I
pobudzi
had the outfit
zmysły.
exactly, but I needed something extra to ensnare the senses.
Kurwa, ale o co chodzi? Pobudzi zmysły. Dobra, dawaj te pędzel. Czy to już jest ok?
My neck.
Nie. Muszę coś z szyją zrobić. Ja chyba nie mogę tego też.
I was already wearing blue. I was already flushed. I was already flushed. My hair was already covered in this stuff.
Chyba muszę, kurde, jakieś ciuchy znaleźć.
I had the outfit exactly, but I needed something extra to ensnare the senses.
Czegoś, co pobudzi zmysły. No to perfumy
Bijou
wypowiem.
used a pungent flowery scent. I didn't want it on me.
Tu ja mam coś. Kurwa. Perfumy.
I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. That wasn't working. I was looking more like
Tak.
Bijou than Henri.
Dobra, bo ja się pomalowałem niepotrzebnie. Dobra, okej.
Getting
Dobra,
there,
jeszcze
but
raz.
Henri had more facial. I needed a
Dobra. Jeszcze raz.
instant goatee.
Perfumy.
Looking good.
Ja
but
szukałem
not
coś
quite there yet.
fizycznie na szyję.
It was hard to see the I added Henri's
Dobra.
flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave... Getting there, but
Okulary.
I added Henri's glasses. I looked... It was working.
Pobudzi zmysły. Perfumy.
I added Henri's breath to my disguise. Made my eyes water. There. As I looked into the mirror, I saw Henri looking back at me.
Henri,
Idealny.
there you are, you naughty boy. Dance with me, my little roll mop. I've missed you.
With pleasure,
Missed
Cherie.
you. Powiedz, gdzie jest
Oh,
klucz?
isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
On the road, cruising down a highway, so sweet, she got my head in a spin. Listen, babe, to your
Bijou, darling, I need the safe key. Do you have it?
Of course. Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
Aha. Między cyckami, no tak.
you in. She's so cool, she's pure adrenaline.
Padła.
Better let her sleep.
Dirty Dancing. Trofeum wpadło. Dirty Dancing.
Besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance.
No od razu wyszedł automatycznie. Dobra.
I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George, a moment.
Ojciec
if you
jest
please.
załamany.
Is everything all right, Father?
No, my son, not at all. Great evil is upon us. That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio, it showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros, a dangerous image.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call the Tabula Veritatis.
The tablet of truth?
It is a tablet of lies, a tool of Lucifer.
Dobra, zanim ja się go zapytam, idę wrzucić fryty i... kebaba. Dobra, na razie wróciłem. Jeszcze tam później pójdę. Za jakieś 5-10 minut. Tabula Veritatis.
Tell me more about this Tabula Veritatis.
It is an artifact capable of undoing the whole of creation. It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago and brought to Europe by the Cathars, an evil Gnostic cult. In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and with them, the evil that is Gnosticism. My order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We did not find the Tabula Veritatis. We presumed it lost, but the painting suggests it is still in Gnostic hands.
No, po kolei wszystko się będę
How
pytał.
is La Maledictio connected to all this?
I believe it contains clues that point to the location of the tablet. Clues constructed for a Gnostic to solve. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the Tabula Veritatis, who knows what evil would be unleashed upon the world?
Uroboros.
So, you're suggesting that this image of the Tabula Veritatis is hidden in the Ouroboros on the painting?
It is obvious now. The Ouroboros is a symbol of the Gnostics, and the tree it contained symbolized knowledge, hidden Gnostic knowledge.
Were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed, their roots were deep. We did not fully destroy their evil.
Ten w tle, tam się kelner rusza w to i z powrotem, jakby miał od cholery ludzi.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are so evil.
They see God as simply the creator of the physical world, and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet? What does it do?
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere. We must talk somewhere more private.
Thank you, Father. That was some story.
Be careful. Guard this knowledge. There are those who would do anything to find the tabula.
Please excuse me. I have to get back to the gallery.
I will remain here and follow you when no one is looking. I have more I must tell you.
Aha, czyli on już nie dotrze. Pewnie ten kelner coś tu nawybije. Mogę z nim pogadać? Z kelnerem?
Hi.
Monsieur,
How has business been since the robbery?
you and the other witnesses are the only ones that have been here.
No właśnie, a ty tam w środku łazisz, jakbyś miał full klientów. Ciekawe, szkoda, że nie można sobie pochodzić po innych tych rzeczach. Mogę tu wejść?
The door was locked.
Zamknięte. Może mogę wybić okno.
The gallery looked totally empty. The office looked quiet.
No dobra. Aha, ale mam jakiś pęk kluczy. Czyli pewnie muszę mieć też klucze do otwarcia tej galerii. Myślałem, że dostałem tylko jeden klucz od tego sejfu. Dobra. Mama po sosie. Może coś tu mogę jeszcze zrobić.
It was the tomato sauce from the killer's pizza.
Killer's pizza. No i co? Idziesz? Idziesz, czy się zastanawiasz, czy idziesz? Dobra, od razu wbijamy do środka.
Time to look in the safe.
Yes. Dajemy listka do góry.
I opened the compartment again.
Oho.
A note was
Zapiski.
attached to the front of a document wallet. It read, Sherry, this should do the trick. Your darling Wilfie. Now why would Hobbs be sending romantic little notes to Bijou? The ring had an inscription. Henri and Bijou forever. Huh. Henri had bought Bijou a big diamond ring. I had a feeling the ring would be useful.
Będę mógł coś tym otworzyć, pewnie szkło przeciąć. I są tu jeszcze dokumenty. Notatka Hobbsa. Czekaj, kim jest ten Hobbs? Moment. Galeria postaci. Hobbs. To ten, co maluje obrazy. Tutaj był ten Alex Langham. To uprzejmy, sympatyczny Anglik, pracownik Wydziału Importu zajmującego się sztuką. Jest czarującym, inteligentnym, wykształconym erudytą. W tej sprawie na pewno nie da się zepchnąć na boczny tor inspektorowi Navarretowi. Czyli jeszcze mam tyle postaci do znalezienia. Możliwe, że jeszcze z pół gry może przede mną.
It clearly stated that Medowski was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this.
Czyli to jest dokument własności, tak?
At first glance, the provenance looked authentic, but something wasn't right.
Coś się nie zgadzało.
A list of previous owners all the way back to the 30s. A letterhead from a fancy London auction house and Lane's signature. It certainly looked the part.
Mogę coś tu zrobić? Czemu ją mogę obracać? Dlaczego ją mogę obracać?
A list of previous owners all the way back to the 30s. A letterhead from a fancy London auction house and Lane's signature. It certainly looked the part.
Sprawdźmy.
The two documents didn't match.
Te dwa dokumenty nie pasowały do
The
siebie.
two documents didn't match.
Dobra, ale tutaj jeszcze to.
The two documents didn't match.
Chodzi pewnie o pismo, że jest takie
The
same.
two documents didn't match. The sketch was drawn on similar paper to the provenance.
Okej. Oho, tu. Pasują do siebie.
The coffee cup stains matched exactly, as did
No.
the tear. The provenance must have been created by
Tak,
Hobbs.
coś było położonego.
It was a fake, which meant Medowski wasn't the true owner.
Ktoś wpadł. Oho.
I had
Nie,
to get out
ktoś
there
jest
and
zamknął.
find out what happened.
A, i teraz mi się to przyda do otwarcia, zrobienia dziury w oknie. Dobra, ale chwileczkę idę tam do kuchni. wróciłem. Ale sorry, ja się będę teraz nie odzywał, wyłączał mikrofon, bo będę w tle jadł. Śniadanie, obiad od razu. Mam tutaj cały talerzyk. Tylko teraz pytanie. Kto nas tu zamknął? Dlaczego my, wchodząc do galerii, nie zamknęliśmy drzwi za sobą na klucz? Chyba że ten ktoś miał klucz dodatkowy. Kto wiedział, że my tu jesteśmy? Albo ksiądz, albo ten z tej kafejki barman. Oni są podejrzani.
The diamond ring was just what I needed to cut through the glass.
Zerknę, czy coś są jakieś ślady w galerii.
Father?
No sticks. You must stop them.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. The tablet. They are going to raise the devil.
Ktoś go strzelił do niego, ale nie było słychać. Nożem?
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Who was behind this? And what was Simeon trying to tell me? Father Simeon lay dead. Simeon had been carrying a scan of an old manuscript with a covering note. Both were written in Latin. It was a photocopy of an old Latin text. Although a bit rusty, my Latin was still up to the job. It read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life. And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. Pure light, white light, pure light will win. So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. It was powerful stuff. I wondered how it connected to La Maledictio. The third passage read, "Pure light, white light, pure light will win. So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words." Interesting. There was more about light, and somehow the Tabula Veritatis had a connection. Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, Simeon was dead.
Ale dodatkowe informacje daje, jak patrzę na ustępy. Tu jest taki obrazek, kto jaki kolor, gdzie kto stoi. Może to będzie ważne w jakiejś zagadce.
The second passage read, "And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure." Knowledge is blue and life is green. Well, that was good to know. I wondered what color was the light of man. The first passage read, and thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life. I wondered what it all meant. The illustration showed a group of colored figures engaged in some sort of ritual. The blue and green figures appeared to be in control. The crowd in the foreground were colored red. I guessed it was a representation of the ritual in the text. Fortunately, I hadn't forgot the Latin I'd learned at school. The note read, "The tabula veritatis only appears in one file. The Inquisition into Heretical Depravity by Nicholas Emmerich, A.D. 1376. Scan attached." The note was signed by the Vice Prefect of the Vatican Archives. Simeon must have done some digging after he recognized the symbol on Hobbes's sketch.
Ciekawe, czy mogę coś z ekwipunku tu sprawdzić. Dokumenty Simeona.
Nope, I needed to try something else. That was almost a great idea. Almost. That would be pointless. That wouldn't work. That was never going to happen. That wouldn't have worked. That was almost a great idea. Almost. That was never going to work.
Nie wiem jeszcze, czy muszę coś z tym zrobić, czy nie.
What have you done? Huh? I know this looks like you've been caught red-handed. Excuse me.
Josh, something terrible has happened at the apartment.
Nico, hang on. Lane, it's not what it looks like. Murdering a priest, Stobart? Is there no end to your depravity? It's a simple misunderstanding. Look, I need to go. I'll be at Nico's apartment. Nico!
In here. Oh, hi, George.
I thought you were being attacked.
When I arrived, there was someone here. He rushed me, knocked me down.
Did you get a look at him?
No, it happened so quick, and then he was gone.
What a mess. This blood. Where's Marquez?
I don't know. He must be badly hurt. Or dead.
Not another killing.
What do you mean?
I just came from the gallery. Father Simeon's been shot.
My God! Who did it?
I don't know, but before he died, he begged me to stop the Gnostics from raising the devil.
The devil? Whoever's doing the killing, George, it's certainly not him.
Okay, but who? Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time. Just what are we up against?
I don't know. But whoever came here was looking for something. The place has been ransacked. I'm going to clean up. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I'll take a look around.
Dobra, będę się rozglądał, ale z tego co wiem, bo niektóre trofea, zawsze sobie czytam trofea, niektóre trofea są, że tak powiem, odkryte i widać, co trzeba zrobić, i w pokoju sąsiada na przykład tu trzeba znaleźć wszystkie mopsy. Jestem ciekaw.
It was a large statue of a pug. I wondered how one man could have so many pugs.
Gdzie tu mógł być jeszcze mopsy? Na ścianie
Nico's neighbor had
widzę.
quite an impressive coin collection. Tiny flying pug. Weird. Medium-sized pug with wings. Very odd.
Najlepsze jest to, że tu nie ma oka, że można
Large flying
sprawdzić.
pug. Very strange.
To jest trochę dziwne, że nie ma oka na mopsach, a jednak, czyli to jest coś takiego. Tu jest mops.
Pug on canvas. Surprisingly cool.
Dostanę trofeum, jak to? Wezmę? Czy jeszcze gdzieś jest mopsik?
Pug in love.
Gdzieś jeszcze musi być. Tu
Pug
są mopsy.
cushion. Not so Heidi Boo Pug. Heidi Boo Pug.
No jeszcze nie mogę. To też jest mops?
Mini pug on a shelf. Bookend pug, book pug. I'd found all the little fellas. Or had I? Yes, I had. I
Tak,
definitely found them all.
dostałem złote trofeum. Ono było złote. Znalazłem wszystkie mopsy. Dobrze, pięknie było na poduszkach, był tutaj jeszcze. Dobra, sprawdźmy najpierw ten bałagan.
There'd clearly been a struggle. Marquez must have put up quite a fight. I spotted something in the mess. It was Marquez's family photo. Marquez wouldn't have intentionally left the photo behind. Signs of a struggle. The chair had been knocked over in the fight. But there was something glinting underneath. It was Marquez's medallion. There was still quite a bloodstain. I really hoped that Marquez was all right. The sofa was a real mess, but there was something between the cushions. It was one of the photographs that Nico had taken during the robbery. It showed a section of La Malediccio. Marquez had written on it. Marquez had circled one of the figures and written Judas. I wondered if he was identifying him as Judas Iscariot. Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad guys. Marquez had scribbled the word Sans across the photograph. I wonder what he meant. Marquez had circled one of the figures in the tower and identified her as Magdalena. That had to mean Mary Magdalene. That was almost a great idea. Almost. That was never going to happen. I needed a better idea. That wouldn't make any sense.
Hey, George, you find anything?
Marquez's medallion. And one of your photos of the robbery. Marquez scribbled all over it. I think he was trying to work something out in the painting. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some kind of map.
We should... Hold on, my phone. Hello? Oui?
This is Inspector Navet. I am looking for the American, Monsieur Stobart. Are you with him?
Yes, he's right here.
Mon Dieu! Stay calm, madame. Where exactly are you?
In my neighbor's apartment. But why do you...
Do not worry. I am just moments away. Be very careful. He is armed and highly dangerous.
But he seems so charming.
Trust me, madame. The leopard never changes his straps.
That was Nave. You're in big trouble.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body. He set me up for sure.
Well, Nave's on his way, and he'll be here any moment.
We have to go, Nico, now.
Down the back stairs. We'll go through Fleur's shop.
Ah, there you are. Right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh, no, it's Adam.
Who?
My neighbor.
Ah, the pug lover with the trashed apartment.
That's the one.
Hey, Fleur, you said right on time. What did you mean?
30 more seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of a priest.
Whoa. How do you know about that?
News travels fast through the ether, Georges. Take this.
What do I do with a ball of yarn? Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me. I think it's time you planned your escape.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Adam, I live in the apartment next to Nico.
I know. I mean, how interesting.
Fleur, can I sit here for a while until the police let me back in?
By all means.
So what now?
You take a look around. I'll see if there's a way to get past Moo.
Adam to sąsiad Niko, kolekcjoner monet i miłośnik mopsów. Jako człowiek lubiący porządek przeżywa niezły wstrząs, gdy zastaje swoje mieszkanie wywrócone do góry nogami, a na podłodze zauważa kałużę krwi.
Go ahead, George. Take a few.
Thanks.
Może będę mógł coś z tym wózkiem się przebrać i wyjść tak, jakbym chciał komuś dostarczyć towar.
Fleur's Klasyks were blaring out into the street. There were boxes stacked along the wall. They were all labeled. Florist's foam, flower food, ribbon, pee-pee, bouquet labels. Pee-pee? My curiosity was aroused. It was a plastic statue.
Pipi. Mannequin piece.
Careful with that. It's just come in. Special order.
What is it?
A replica mannequin piece. Fill it with water, pop in some batteries, and watch it go tinkle.
Very tasteful. Adam was listening to an old-school portable CD player. Hey there, Adam.
Oh, hey, George. What can I do for you?
Do you know what's going on with the police?
No, they wouldn't tell me.
Good. I mean, strange.
It's annoying. I'm really tired. It was a long drive.
Oh, been anywhere interesting?
I've just come back from a coin fair. It was mega.
Well, that's fascinating. So, tell me more about this coin fair.
It's Europe's biggest. So much to see.
I bet. Do you know Nico well?
No, not really.
Good. I mean, good for you. What are you listening to?
My meditation music. Crashing waves and trickling forest streams.
Ciekawe, co powie na temat mojego przyjaciela.
Hey, have you met Trevor?
What is it?
A cockroach.
You say you're a friend of Nico's?
Yeah, we're big pals.
You surprise me.
Nico? We're trapped. No way forward, no way back.
Luckily, Inspector Nave is no Sherlock Holmes.
But Sergeant Moo is a problem.
At the gallery, I just plied him with coffee. His bladder problem did the rest.
Ah, that reminds me of my late husband. Pipi Pierre, they called him.
I don't suppose you have a coffee machine, Fleur?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have a kettle.
Let's keep looking. There's always a way.
If we headed back upstairs, Nave would be sure to catch us. Sorry to bust in on you like this, Fleur.
Don't worry, Georges. I knew you were coming.
You did? So what else do you know?
There's a 36% chance of rain.
Fleur, can you help me distract that police officer at the front door?
Don't you want to play the game yourself?
Game? What game?
Oh, I thought you knew. Never mind.
Że niby my nie wiemy, że my gramy w grę, ale postać w grze nie wie, że gramy w grę.
Do you know Adam?
A little. I see great distress in his near future.
Funny, so do I. Tell me more about your late husband.
Pierre, I used to call him my little pea.
Because he was so tiny?
No, because of his water problem. If he went anywhere near a fountain, whoosh.
Whoosh?
He was off to the nearest pissoir. Pipi Pierre, his friends called him.
Nice friends. So, Nico likes yellow flowers.
That's right, Georges.
Look at these beautiful flowers, Fleur.
Yes, Georges. My flowers. But you can have them.
Ciekawe, czy mi się przydadzą.
What's this?
Do you not know?
Well, it looks like a cherub, and he appears to be having a pea.
See? You do know what it is. It'll pee for France, if you fill it with water, of course.
A skąd mam
Can I
wziąć
borrow
wodę?
it for a bit?
Yes, but please, don't break it, Georges.
Może jej o to popytam.
What can you tell me about this photograph?
Ona się wydaje, że
An
wie
old
wszystko.
man scribbled a word on it.
I knew it. Is he alive?
This I do not know. Sorry.
Why do I need the yarn, Fleur?
What do you want? The long story or the short story?
Short.
Because you do.
What do you think of this medallion, Fleur?
I think one day you will be glad you have it in your pocket, Georges.
No trochę tak nam spoileruje.
This family photo, what do you know about it?
Most of the people in it are dead now.
These papers, are they relevant?
Only you can know this, Georges.
Do these sketches mean anything to you?
Take them away, Georges. They have the taint of death on them.
Are you serious?
I mean it. Take them away.
Take them away.
Would you like this diamond ring, Fleur?
That's flattering, Georges, but I think that your future wife would be upset.
Będę miał żonę. Chyba stoi obok.
I knew she wouldn't be interested.
Damy jej klucz, pójdziemy.
What can you tell me about these keys?
With those keys, Georges, you have the power to open a door.
No dobra, te rzeczy to... Nie, jeszcze to nie.
I have this provenance for a painting.
Yes, a contentious document shrouded in dishonesty?
Resztę to już się chyba kiedyś pytałem. A czy jej mogę dać pierścionek? Niko. Zaręczę się.
Hey, Nico, take a look at this.
Oh, George, I don't know what to say.
Powiedz tak.
Yeah, I was pretty knocked out too.
I just wasn't expecting.
Me neither. Some rock, huh?
It's incredible.
Just what I needed to escape from the gallery office.
Escape?
Yeah, made a terrific glass cutter.
Glass cutter. Oh, I see.
Ona myślała, że...
Sure was a
nie
lucky
dojemy.
find.
Lucky? Oh, yes, George. Very lucky.
There were times I just didn't understand, Nico. It was almost as if she was mad at me.
No, ja chciałem jej dać po to, a ty jesteś głupi. To daję jej za to, o, manekina siusiającego.
Hey, Nico, check this little dude out.
Classy, George. Real classy.
Kwiaty jej pokazywałem nici, nie wiem po co.
What do you think of this, Nico?
I don't know. Do you think it might be useful?
Dobra, no to pokażmy to, co ja znalazłem wtedy.
Isn't this one of the photographs you took of the robbery?
Yes. I gave it to Marquez when we first met. He kept describing it as perfect.
Looks like he was making notes all over it.
I remember he was very interested in the section of the painting you can see in the photograph.
What do you think of this, Nico?
I think you have an insatiable habit for collecting things, George.
Marquez left this photograph behind.
He wouldn't have parted with that by choice.
That's what I thought. He must be in trouble. Check this out.
What is it?
I took it from Simeon after he was shot. It talks about the tabula veritatis. Take a look at this. It's the provenance for La Maledictio.
What about it?
Look at this sketch I picked up from Hobbs.
So?
It's made from the very same sheet of paper.
Which means the provenance is a fake.
You got it.
You got it. Dobra. To chyba nie ma co. Nie, to jeszcze. Notatka.
What do you think of this, Nico?
I think you have an insatiable habit for collecting things, George.
Dobra, co ja mogę zrobić z tym jego odtwarzaczem? A mogę mu dać monetę? Bo jak jest zbieraczem? Może mi podziękuję za to i coś mi
So, what
dostanę.
do you think of this coin? Oh my god, that's a platinum 12 ruble.
It is? I mean, yeah, of course it is.
Zbiera monety.
You know, it's gonna be a rough day, Adam. Why don't you keep the coin?
Are you serious? I'll get my pal Stefan to value it. His coin shop's just around the corner.
Hey, maybe you could use the money to redecorate your apartment.
But it doesn't need redecorating.
That's a matter of opinion.
I poszedł sobie i zostawił odtwarzacz. Zapomniał. Taki był podekscytowany. Dobra. I co teraz? Przycisk wysuń, wstecz, stop.
The CD was already playing.
Płyta już grała.
I didn't want to mess with Adam's volume setting. The lid wouldn't open while the disc was playing. I stopped the disc.
Ocean Dreamscape.
Ocean Dreamscapes. Just what I needed with the day I was having.
I co teraz? Mogę ją włożyć tu?
Fleur, do you mind if I change the music?
Good idea.
The sound of lapping waves was affecting Moo. But I was going to need something more to open the floodgates.
Okej, dobra, czyli tu była muzyka szumiących fal. Wózek. Rozumiem, że ja tu nie pójdę,
It was
nie?
Sergeant Moo. No way could we get past him without being spotted.
Dobra, czyli ja muszę chyba to coś siusiającego rzucić do tego wózka. Aha, ale muszę napełnić go wodą.
I placed the statue in the trolley. The cheap plastic statue of a peeing boy stood in the trolley.
Ale jak napełnić wodą? Czy ona ma wodę? No musi mieć, bo kwiaty kurwa ma. Fleur, weź mi daj wodę.
Sorry to bust in on you like this, Fleur.
Don't worry, George. I knew you were coming.
You did? So
No
what
cały
else do you
czas tu
know?
stoimy, no.
There's a 36% chance of rain.
A chyba, że ten alkohol będę
Tell me
mógł
more about
brać.
your late husband.
PPPR, his friends called him.
So Nico likes yellow flowers.
That's right, Josh.
Żółte kwiaty. A mogę tu wziąć jakieś żółte kwiaty? Bo mógłbym wodę tutaj gdzieś. Dobra, zrobimy tak. Whisky do manekin. No bo nie ma wody.
Sláinte, wee man. Sláinte.
Jak
The
wypchnąć?
cheap plastic statue of a peeing boy stood in the trolley.
Może jednak nić, żeby zatrzymać wózek.
I wasn't sure that would be useful. I gave the trolley a push. Fleur certainly kept her bearings well greased. I was onto something, but I needed to do more.
Coś jeszcze muszę zrobić. No właśnie.
I needed to pull the trolley inside first.
Jeszcze raz?
I needed to pull the trolley inside first.
Musiałem włożyć wózek do środka.
It was Sergeant Moo. No way could we get past him without being spotted. I hoped Moo didn't spot me.
Co, kwiaty tam dać, kurwa? Jak to niby miało zadziałać?
I wasn't sure that would be useful.
Że mam kwiaty dać.
I wasn't sure that would be useful.
Manekin siusiający, tak?
The cheap plastic statue of a peeing boy stood in the trolley.
Napełniłem ją alkoholem. Niech sobie je.
I fed Trevor a crumb. That so didn't work. Never in a month of Sundays. They didn't go together.
Coś muszę z tą włóczką zrobić.
It didn't work. That so didn't work. Never in a month of Sundays.
No. To było logiczne, żeby spinacz był, kurde, z włóczką. Ale tu tak nie działa.
So didn't work.
Może to?
I wasn't sure that would be useful.
Może mi to zgłośnić coś?
The stereo was filling the street with the sound of running water. The stereo was filling the street with the sound of running water.
Dlaczego on nie siusia, ten manekin? To jest pytanie. Napełniłem go.
I was onto something, but I needed to do more. We needed to get rid of Sergeant Moo first.
Ach, się go kurna pozbyć. Coś jeszcze muszę tu zrobić. Pudełka. Złe, że ja wszystko już mam, co muszę zrobić, ale też nie wiem za bardzo.
Sorry to bust in on you like this, Fleur.
Don't worry, George. I knew you were coming.
You did?
The...
Po co mi te kwiaty? Po co mi ta włóczka?
Look at these beautiful...
Yes, George.
Why do I need the...
What do you want? The long story?
Short.
Because you...
Może jej mam dać.
Sorry to bust in on you like this, Fleur.
Don't worry, George.
You did?
There's a...
Why do I...
What do you want?
Sure.
Because...
Co z tymi nieciami?
Nope.
Right.
I needed to try something else. That was never gonna work.
No wiem, że nie, no bo już kombinuję, kurczę. Jak koń pod górkę.
That wouldn't have worked. Nope. I needed to try something else. There was nothing in the boxes as awesome as a peeing statue. I decided to leave them alone.
Może ja muszę zadzwonić do kogoś.
Now wasn't the best time to call Rickenbacker. I didn't need to call the garage.
Nie wiem, co mam zrobić teraz. Jest szum fal, ale ta figurka nie siusia.
The cheap plastic statue of a peeing boy stood in the trolley.
Dobra, muszę sobie wziąć podpowiedź, bo zaraz zwariuję. Prąd jest potrzebny. Że nie przeczytałem nawet. Nawet nie przeczytałem odpowiedzi. Jest potrzebny prąd. Miejsce na baterię.
Those might come in handy.
Ja nie wiedziałem, że jest prąd potrzebny do kurde manekina, tak? Skąd ja to mogę wiedzieć? Że on jest na prąd. Ja pierdziu. Tak gdybym wiedział, że jest na prąd, to od razu bym zrobił.
A jaunty series of LEDs lit up around the figure.
Dawaj go na zewnątrz.
Okay, that's Moo out of the way. Let's go, Nico.
Where?
To see Bijou.
Szydełko.
She's been telling me
Możesz.
a crock of lies since day one, and right now, I want the truth.
So you're telling me that Bijou and Hobbs were having an affair?
Yeah, so, she's got some explaining.
A jej już nie ma. On coś mówi, że mógłbym zabrać tu.
Look like a good place to take Nico.
No właśnie, chcę ją zabrać. To dawaj.
Ring the bell then. I'm dying to meet this Bijou.
Bijou, z którą ostatnio tancowaliśmy. Ojej, nie będzie.
Bijou, I need to talk to you.
Wait. You're such a soft head.
No, it really can't.
All right.
In the daylight, and without the fog of incense, the apartment looked even weirder.
George, how delightful to see you.
May I present my friend Nico?
George and I go way back.
Oh, really? Well, don't worry, my dear. I won't steal him, though he is rather a cutie.
Bijou, we're here to clear up a few points, if you don't mind.
No właśnie. Teraz będzie udawać, że ją boli głowa.
I was
Oh,
done
yeah.
playing dress up.
A ja właśnie się chciałem przebrać.
How are you, Bijou?
I have the teeniest of headaches, chérie. It always happens when I sleep in the afternoon.
I figured it was the champagne before the nap that had done the damage. I need you to be honest with me, Bijou. Hobbs appears to know you very well. I saw a sketch of you in his portfolio.
Must have been a study for painting.
Are you sure there's nothing else?
Quite sure.
Wszędzie tu są jej obrazy. Mhm.
Did you know that the provenance was fake?
For la malédiction? I had no idea.
Lane said you had him approve it.
Silly fool is getting confused again.
Dobra, mamy tu dowód. O, i cię teraz
This is a
zażyję.
note from Hobbs that I found in your safe.
How did you get access to that? How dare you?
How dare you? Jak już babę przyłapiesz na kłamstwie, to ona wszystko zrobi, że to jest twoja wina i będzie jak śmiałeś zrobić to, zrobić tamto. Jak śmiałeś się dowiedzieć?
Else, did we, George?
The note is addressed to you.
Takie są
So
baby.
Lane was telling the truth. You were in charge of the paperwork.
Oh, so what if I was? That's not illegal?
The note from Hobbs makes it quite clear that you knew him rather well.
Oh, all right, I did.
So, you lied to me. So you had the provenance made. You knew it was fake.
I'm not admitting anything.
I believe this is for you.
A diamond ring? What has that to do with me?
A gift for you. From Henri.
Henri bought me so many expensive things. He never needed to.
I think Henri asked Medovsky for more money so that he could buy you that ring.
And maybe that's the reason he was shot.
Nico.
No, honey. She's right. Henri always felt he had to fight to keep me. Truth is, I love them both. Wilf and Henri. And now Henri is dead because of me. Go ahead. Ask your questions. I promise I will tell the truth this time.
Nie wierzcie jej. O, Putin jest, dobra.
So, you and Hobbs are lovers?
We have been ever since 75. Henri never knew about it. They were in a band together back then.
So you were unfaithful to Henri right from the start.
It was never cheating.
Strzelił w pysk.
I loved them both.
So you had Hobbs fake the provenance so that Lane would approve it for the insurance?
Wilf passed it to me, and I persuaded Lane to sign it. He never knew it was a fake. Wilf is brilliant at what he does.
So what was Medovsky's role in all this?
It was all his idea. He'd had an offer on La Malédiction from someone, so Wilf put Medovsky in touch with me and Henri. He wanted to cash in on both the sale and the insurance. He set up the security company to deal with the robbery. I've been such a fool. Henri was never supposed to die.
I know you didn't mean for that to happen.
Aha. Czyli
Wilf
to
called
przez
me yesterday
żoneczkę.
trying to comfort me. He said he would take care of me, that he had plans.
Does that mean he has a painting?
Yes. He joked about a secret place Something about the original being behind my behind. I didn't understand.
Thanks, Bijou. You've been very
No to
helpful.
pokaż tę swoją pupę.
You know, I had the strangest dream earlier. Henri was here, and we danced together again. Such bliss.
That must have been wonderful. Anyway, thanks again for your time, and... Nico, I think it's time we went to London.
George, do you have something you need to tell me?
No. Can't think of anything right now. But let's go, shall we? So in the end, Hobbs was at the heart of the whole scam.
All we have to do now is find the painting.
Yeah, then we blow everything open and nail Medowski.
No i teraz się będę spinał po rynnie.
And I get to clear my name and keep my job.
So much for your devil-worshipping Gnostics, George.
Well, you know me. Nothing I like more than a good conspiracy. Hold on a second.
What's the matter?
This chain. It's from the gate.
So,
No nie mogłem jej wtedy
It's been
zdjąć.
forced.
a break-in?
Or maybe a breakout? Hobbs escaping from Lady Piermont?
Maybe. But this doesn't feel right.
Bierij mu łomu.
Hey, Nico, take a look at this.
Do you think someone used it to force the gate?
Possibly. But their loss is our gain. You never know when you're going to need a crowbar. I didn't need to turn the radio on. A blast on the horn had worked last time. Ominous.
Ktoś uciekał. Ja chciałem tu się dostać do środka, a nie tu. Dobra, a co tu jeszcze
I
mogę zrobić?
decided to leave the handbrake alone. It was worth another try.
Jak to mówią, do 3 razy sztuka.
It was worth another try.
Zawsze jest ta sama animacja, dobra. Nie chcę tam iść. Co tu jeszcze w tym śmietniku? Może coś.
I decided to leave the dumpster alone. That wouldn't make any sense.
Znowu jestem ptak.
One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. No Hobbs.
Out cold, probably.
That was a mean-looking seagull. The seagull was staring me down. The seagull was staring me down. The balcony was quite high up.
Jakbym tak rzucił mewą w mewę i bym trąbnął, ona by odleciała, to może coś na ten balkon by poszło.
It was Hobbs's mailbox.
Dawaj, rozwalaj skrzynkę pocztową.
That would be pointless.
Dlaczego?
Never in a month of Sundays. It would have made a cool grappling hook, but then I realized the yarn wasn't strong enough to carry my weight. That wasn't worth trying. I needed to get closer. Hey, Nico. This drain pipe looks climbable.
Are you mad?
Hey, get out of here!
Seagull problems, George?
That's one nasty bird.
No to już, dawajmy ją.
I thought of lassoing the seagull with the yarn, but realized that'd be a dumb idea.
Tu jest dźwig.
That wouldn't work.
Dlaczego?
That wouldn't have worked. The seagull was staring me down. That was almost a great idea. Almost. I thought of lassoing the seagull with the yarn, but realized that'd be a dumb idea. That wouldn't have worked.
Co ja mam zrobić, kurwa?
It would have made a cool grappling hook, but then I realized the yarn wasn't strong enough to carry my weight.
Lina nie utrzyma mojego ciężaru. No, chyba nie da
Well,
się
it
tak.
seemed like a good idea at the time.
No tak, ale jak lina ma utrzymać mojego ciężaru? No nic nie utrzyma, no. A nie mogę tego połączyć z tym. No nie mam nic.
They didn't go together.
Co z
The
tym
seagull
miało?
was staring me down.
Może mu karaluchem potraktuje.
I needed a better idea.
Albo te herbatniki.
As I showed the bird the cookie, he looked at me with contempt. I guess he just wasn't into rich tea.
Nie? Może ją podpalę.
That was never gonna work.
Dawaj ją, podpalimy ją.
That would be pointless.
A perfumami?
That was never gonna work.
No psiknąłbym w nią. Kurczę, to nie wiem, co mam zrobić z tą mewą.
I didn't want to hurt the bird.
Aha. Czemu tu jest coś
It
takiego?
would have made a cool grappling hook, but then I realized the yarn wasn't strong enough to carry my weight.
Lina nie utrzyma mojego ciężaru. Dobra, jak zejdę w dół... I teraz jakbym chciał... Tu...
I needed to get closer.
Musiałem się do niego zbliżyć. No i zbliżyłem się i dupa. Jak jestem tam u góry, to się nie nadaje.
I needed to get closer to the crane.
Musiałem dostać się bliżej dźwigu.
That wasn't worth trying.
Muszę na pewno zatrąbić, żeby ta mewa odleciała i ona musi być chyba jakoś przywiązana, kurna. Dobra, ale jak zatrąbię, to ona odleci. Będę mógł tam się spiąć bez niej. Zaraz jeszcze raz sprawdzę.
It was worth another try.
Bo ona teraz odlatuje. Czy ja mam jakiś czas na to, żeby tam wejść? No nie ma jej. A jest, z powrotem. Kurwa.
Get lost.
Beaten by a seagull again?
Może
That
ona
is
musi...
one hell of a sharp beak.
Może ona musi teraz zatrąbić. Niko. Weź
Hey, Niko.
zatrąb.
What, Josh?
I think I
Właśnie.
could probably get through that door up there.
Oh, be careful. It's pretty high.
That is one mean-looking seagull.
You don't want to make it angry.
Do me a favor and honk the horn.
No problem.
The crane was rusted solid. I'd need more force to free it.
Kurwa, mam tylko parę sekund.
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Jeszcze
Hey,
raz.
Nico.
What, Josh?
Nico, could you honk the horn again?
Sure.
Jezu, jak to teraz długo trwa, ja pierdolę. Skąd ja mam wiedzieć, co ja mam teraz wcisnąć?
The crane was rusted solid.
No i nic się nie stało. No nie rozumiem. Ja pierdolę.
Hey, Nico.
What, Josh?
Sorry, Nico. Once more with the horn.
Hurry up, Josh.
No ja nie wiem, co ja mam zrobić, kurwa, jak on odleci, no. Próbowałem to, kurczę.
Be careful, George.
Wait there, Nico. I'll come and let you in.
No, teraz dopiero. Cała muzyczka kręci się.
Something
Płyta.
isn't right.
We'd better be careful.
Coś się pewnie stało.
Thanks, George. That was really starting to annoy me.
The stereo was already off.
Ciekawe, czy mógłbym to bez tego robić. Co tam jest? Nic.
Whoa. You better come and take a look at this.
Mon Dieu. It's a Manet.
Oh, no, it's not. It's a Hobbes. In the style of Manet. Or, as the experts prefer to call it, a forged Manet. Hobbes isn't just a restorer, he's a full-blown forger.
Oh, that must be...
You. Hobbes is good. You look very pretty.
And that's you. Oh my, you look very...
Violated.
Yes. Is that Lady Piermont?
Yes.
Is she
Nie możemy tego zobaczyć?
in your...
Yeah.
Oh, so all along we were just modeling for a forgery.
Forgery. Terrific, huh? I can add it to my murder rap. Let's just pretend this never happened, okay?
Hobbes had done a fantastic job, but I hoped the painting would never see the light of day.
No ja bym chciał zobaczyć.
Hobbes had done a
Kurde.
a paint-splattered old dust sheet. Nico was right there. Phoning her would have been pointless.
Nico?
Yes?
Popatrzyła
Any
najpierw
ideas?
na mnie.
Something doesn't feel right. Why leave the music on?
Hobbes is probably passed out drunk.
We need to get upstairs
O,
and
coś mu
find
się
out.
stało.
The elevator platform had metal hoops for securing cargo. I decided that some lighting might help. The fuse box buzzed slightly, but nothing happened. I guessed the lighting circuit had gone.
George, be careful. Hope said those circuits were old.
Yeah, I think I'll leave the lights off.
There were no freezing Lady Piermonts to placate.
Drzwi balkonowe.
Locked. If Hobbes is home, he's behind this door.
What are you doing?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
To co, łomem go?
A metal strip had been welded to the door frame.
specifically to stop anyone levering the door open. A simple paperclip was never going to open the door.
Dlaczego? O ja pierdziu. Co mam zrobić?
I'd learned my lesson about playing with anything electrical in here.
No jest obraz, są drzwi
The door was
zamknięte.
locked.
Jest obraz, zamknięte drzwi. Odtwarzacz muzyki. Winda, obraz. I nic poza tym.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring. The door was locked.
Nico?
Yes?
Any ideas?
Something doesn't feel right. Why leave the music on?
Hobbs is probably passed out drunk.
We need to get upstairs and find out.
The buttons controlled the cargo elevator. The door looked reinforced. La Malediccio had to be in there somewhere.
Za jej pupą powiedziała.
The stereo was already off.
Może mogę przyjaciela mojego
That wouldn't make any
puścić.
sense.
No nie wiem, co mam zrobić. Tym nie wyważę, spinaczem nie zrobię. Jak mogę się tu dostać?
The elevator platform had metal hoops for securing cargo. Hobbs had done. A paint-splattered old dust sheet. Not a snowball's chance.
O panie moje. Co ja mam zrobić z tym pokrowcem? Spalić go?
They didn't go together. They didn't go together.
Co
Tying the sheet
zrobiłem?
to the crowbar made a halfway decent grappling hook.
Kotwiczka plus lina.
That wasn't quite right.
Ale co to ma
That wouldn't
być?
work.
Kotwiczka plus lina, no dobra. Czyli co, mam teraz wyjść?
It had taken enough effort to get in here. I wasn't leaving.
Ale mam kotwiczkę i linę. Wiem. Przywiążę. Jeżeli dobrze myślę. Przywiążę do drzwi i kotwiczkę do windy i wcisnę
That
guzik
wouldn't make any sense.
i ona pójdzie w dół. Chyba że łańcuchem. Łańcuch. Łańcuch.
That should do the trick.
Właśnie. Coś takiego, tylko myślałem, że to zrobię kotwiczką.
The elevator had already ripped the door open. I didn't want to do any more damage.
So what now?
Let's see what Hobbs keeps tucked away up here.
Ale będzie ciemno. Nie jest ciemno. O, za pupą jest.
So this is Hobbs's lair.
I będziemy pewnie
Not
musieli
exactly the
uciekać
penthouse suite, is it?
tym liną. Tu coś jest. Telefon.
Who knows what useful objects this cupboard might hold?
Don't get too excited, George.
Well, looky here. A useful bottle of Diet Cola. You never know when you might need a Diet Cola. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. I wouldn't like to try and clean anything in this sink.
Thankfully, I don't think you'll have to.
This is a true masterpiece.
A fake masterpiece, you mean?
It was a beautiful painting.
Pewnie tu będę musiał rzucić.
no.
What's up?
You go.
Oh no, Hobbs! Is he?
Dead? Sure looks that way.
Poor guy.
He's been strangled. You know, maybe Simeon was right. It seems like anyone who gets close to this painting dies.
The painting didn't kill him, George. This is all about money.
Coś miał w kieszeni.
Whoever did this was a professional. We need to be careful. Hobbs had been strangled. Hobbs had got in way over his head and paid the price. Hobbs had got in way over... Dead man's mince. No law against taking him.
You have no shame, George.
Hobbs had got in way over his...
Dobra, chyba nic więcej tu nie ma. Kola i miętosy. No to jest połączenie... wybuchowe.
I dropped the mints into the cola and quickly tightened the cap again.
Drżąca butelka.
I'd always liked a dramatic exit, but now wasn't the time.
Dobra, co my tu jeszcze
It
mamy?
was a still life. This one's really strange.
It's an abstract, George.
Of course it is. The mechanism was for opening and closing the skylight. It looked corroded. Isn't this beautiful?
It is, George, but we have things to do.
Kanapa, telefon, jakieś nagranie się nagrało. Dobra.
I'm not a great fan of still life.
An acquired taste, perhaps.
Another Hobbes masterpiece. A beautiful scene.
Come on, George. We need to get going.
Ktoś zabrał obraz, sama rama była.
Ooh, this one's a bit dull, don't you think?
Ale pewnie ktoś pomyślał, że to był oryginał i go zabrał, a oryginał jest w obrazie z pupą. Ja wiem, gdzie ten obraz wisi, jeszcze go nie brałem, bo nie chcę fabuły do przodu poruszyć.
I can't put my finger on it. It was another fabulous painting. That painting would look pretty good back in the office. Take a look at this. Someone's cut out a painting from this frame in a hurry. The
No,
canvas left around the frame looks just like La Malediccio.
If that was La Malediccio, then someone's beaten us
To
to
nie
it.
jest La Malediccio.
But remember how Bijou said the original was hidden?
You're right.
And Hobbes is a master forger.
Then whoever stole this one has got themselves a genuine Hobbes fake.
And the original should still be around here, hidden somewhere.
Wiem.
The canvas left around the frame matched La Malediccio. So what did Bijou mean? She'd said the original was behind her behind.
Za jej pupą.
It was a bucket used to catch drips. The sofa was a wreck. Hobbes's sandals lay on the floor. Another Hobbes masterpiece. Nico.
What is it?
Hobbes's answer phone, and he's got messages.
Let's hear them.
You have 2 messages. Message 1.
Hobbs, Medovsky here. I'm at the airport. I have to be quick. My flight leaves shortly, and
Final call for passengers for flight PA470 to Barcelona.
it is a shame that you would like to be released from our agreement. It was mutually lucrative. But if that is your wish, I respect it. I shall send my men around to tie up any loose ends. Take care, my friend.
Message.
No i wysłał kogoś.
Hello, darling. It's Bijou. Look, sweetie, but I'm going to have to put our little plans on hold. I've spoken to that insurance man and his girlfriend and told them pretty much everything. I want to be with you, Willie, but murder, you know. Anyway, I can't possibly leave here until his name is cleared. I feel so guilty, darling. Do you think he knew about us? Do take care with that Russian, my love. Bon voyage, my love. A bientôt. You have
Załamie się, jak się dowie, że on też nie żyje.
Wow.
So Bijou knew about everything. At least she was faithful to Henri in the end. And what if Madovsky's guy got here first?
What if Madovsky's guy's still here? I'd already listened to the answer phone.
Dobra, bierę ten portret.
Strange. Hey, Nico, come and take a look at this. This painting. There's something familiar about it.
Goła
It's a
pupa.
woman's buttocks, George.
I know that, but I recognize him. Know what? I think it's Bijou.
I don't want to know how you know that, George. But didn't she say the painting was hidden behind her behind?
Exactly.
So maybe.
Damn it, it's screwed into the wall.
Przykręcony do ściany. No to kurna spinacz.
That was never gonna work.
Nie. No to kurcze czążki.
Nope, I needed to try something else.
No to kurczę będę wyrywał. Okej. Trzeba było od razu.
La Maledizione!
We found it!
Amazing!
You're sure it's the real thing?
Well, I'm no expert, but yeah, it must be.
Look, in the middle.
It's the same face that Hobbes drew on his sketch, and the same symbol cut into his forehead.
He must have uncovered it when he was cleaning the painting. But I wonder why a tree was originally painted over it.
Like Simeon said, hidden Gnostic secrets. One thing is certain, this one is the original.
Which means whoever cuts the painting from that easel has a copy.
And I'll bet my bottom dollar it doesn't have the hidden image in the Ouroboros. We've got the painting, Nico, but there's gotta be more to find in here.
You're right. Once the police are involved, we won't get another chance.
We need to be quick. Whoever killed Hobbes may come back.
Co tu jeszcze może być ukryte? Ty, przeszedł przez to. Tak jakby tu była ściana. Jeszcze raz, pokaż. Przejdź. I przejdź tu. Przechodzi przez tą ścianę z tyłu. Niezły błąd. No ale co ja tu mam jeszcze zrobić?
Hobbes probably spent most of his time on there. Hobbes probably spent most of his time on there. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded.
Coś jeszcze
It
nie
was a bucket
znalazłem.
used to catch drips. Father Simeon had said La Maledizione was a map. It was the strangest map I'd ever seen.
To było na tym rysunku tu, pozaznaczone, tu.
Inside the ring was what looked like an affluent town. It was the figure of a priest, but with a dog's head. The figure was pointing up at a ring above him. It was some kind of medieval human pyramid. It was a tower of tormented souls. They looked like the damned. The priest appeared to have a padlock through his mouth. He was pointing down to the ring below him. There was a tower within the ring. Maybe it indicated a place?
Jakiś kościół. Jakieś miasto.
A scarred face stared back at me from within the Ouroboros. Hobbes must have uncovered the image when he was restoring the painting. But what did it mean? And what was its link to the Tabula Veritatis? Within the ring, there were a number of houses. It was a village or a small town. Inside the ring was a castle gate. I had no idea what it signified. In the clouds, a bearded figure looked out over the landscape. An ethereal figure was emerging from the clouds.
Mogę to?
That wouldn't have worked.
Znowu się pierdzieli.
I needed a better idea. I'd always liked a dramatic exit, but now wasn't the time. That wouldn't work.
Co ja to jeszcze mogę zrobić? Aha, tablica korkowa. Ja ją specjalnie opuściłem. Głupi jestem.
Looks like Hobbes has been busy. A map of Catalonia, sketches and notes on the
To jest to
Do you think
obrazem.
Hobbes was looking for this tabula veritatis?
I think Hobbes was a lot cleverer than he seemed. I wondered what Hobbes was looking for on a map of Catalonia.
To jest wieża z tych ludzi. To jest z udręczonych dusz.
I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I was sure there was a clue there somewhere. A photograph of some kind of human pyramid. It's from an article about Castel Català.
It's Catalan, I think. Catalan castle.
Hobbes linked it to his sketch of the human pyramid from the painting.
Castel Català. Więc...
Okay, so this is the human pyramid from the painting.
Look, Hobbes has highlighted Castel again.
And he connected the two. So this pyramid could be a castel. Something was familiar about this part of the painting. Marquez was interested in this sketch as well. It's scribbled all over it.
It must be important.
Castel, ale wszędzie tu jest Castel.
It's the tree from the painting, the one with all the people in it.
Very creepy.
It looks like a sketch of a figure from La Malediccio.
I guess Hobbes was mining it for clues.
Another Ouroboros. Looks like Hobbes picked the painting apart for clues.
There must be something here that shows us where the tablet is.
That would be pointless. Nope, I needed to try something else. That wouldn't make any sense.
Zaraz.
I needed a better idea.
Coś musi być tu.
That wouldn't make any sense. That wasn't worth trying. I needed a better idea. It was a sketch of an Ouroboros. It was a human pyramid with Castel written by it. It was a sketch of the tree from the painting. Castel de Besora. Castel de Tosas. Castel de Gurp. Castel de Montardo. Castel de Balaguer. Town of Lampolla. The city of Tarragona. Castel de Monson. The city of Barcelona. I knew that one at least. Castel de Rubi. Castel de Galifa. Castel de Pubol. Castel del Mongri. Castel del Sants. I think Sants means saints.
That's what Marquez wrote on the photo.
So that would make a Castel del Sants a tower of saints.
Like in the painting. This must be the clue. I guess this pretty much ties up the investigation, George.
Yep. Should be enough to get Nave off my back.
In the end, it was all about money.
And greed. Medovsky wanted to sell the painting and claim the insurance.
And he didn't care how many people he killed along the way. So what now? Hand over everything to the police?
I guess so. With what we found out, Langham should have no trouble picking up Medovsky in Spain. I do wonder what that secret map points to.
You still think the evil Gnostics are behind it all?
I don't know. But I do have questions that haven't been answered.
Such as?
Well, what do those symbols on the painting mean? What was Marquez really up to? Why was the sign of the Tabula Veritatis hidden under layers of paint?
And why is the building on fire?
And what did you say fire? We need to get out of here.
Ciekawe, czy to jest na czas.
The window wasn't open enough to fit the hook and line through. I needed to find a way to open it more. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. That would be pointless. An open skylight looked like our ticket out of here.
Jak jeszcze jak Sylwestra jakiegoś.
This should help us get out of here.
Pytanie, czy my się to wespniemy? Bo to jednak trzeba mieć powera w łapach.
After you, Nico.
Żeby swoją wagę podnosić.
Terrific. Out of the fire into the frying pan.
Wait! Georges! Isn't that...
Langham. Oh, thank God. Hey, Langham!
Langham! Help! We're up here!
O Jezu. nie jest podejrzany.
Round here.
Why didn't he help us?
I don't know. Maybe because he started the fire. Because he wanted to kill us.
Why?
I have no idea.
You think he killed Hobbs?
Could be. Maybe Simeon too.
So, who is he? And who does he really work for?
I don't know. But I do know one thing. This is not over.
Tak, ta zabawa jeszcze się nie skończyła. Ale na dzisiaj się skończyła.
Now you be nice to the firemen.
So what now?
Now
Bądź miła.
we go to Spain
Loda zrób.
in search of the Castel del Sans and the Tabula Veritatis. Nico and I had thought the adventure was over. Actually, we'd only just started. Nothing was what it seemed. On a trail of corruption and greed, we'd stumbled upon a murderous conspiracy. A conspiracy whose roots lay in mysteries older than the written word. We didn't really have any choice. Catalonia, the foothills of the Pyrenees. After a short flight and a long drive, Nico and I arrived at Castel del Sans. Back in London, we tracked down La Malediccio, and had started to unravel its secrets. The painting was a coded map to the location of the Tabula Veritatis, an ancient artifact which Father Simeon had claimed could raise the devil, and for which he and others had already been murdered. We had to find the tabula before the killers. We knew they would stop at nothing.
Tu był dom tego chłopczyka.
Let's just hope we got here before the bad guys.
Seems quiet enough.
Naprawdę? Hiszpanii chłodno?
Must have been a beautiful place once upon a time. You think the tabula is really going to be here?
Somewhere. If we can just decode the painting. Well,
Tam jakiś jeż
looks
stoi.
deserted.
O kurwa. Ja się przestraszyłem.
Deserted? I don't think so.
Did you see who it was?
No, the sun was in my eyes.
Looks like somebody's beating us to it.
But who?
To
Madovsky?
pewnie ten staruszek.
Hang 'em?
Whoever it is, we need to get in there.
All right. You make a diversion. I'll try and reach some cover. And be careful.
Are you kidding? You're the one who is going to get shot.
Dobra, i teraz niby nią mogę grać. Aha, to może mopem będę odwracać uwagę.
It was a nice idea, but wouldn't have. On its own, the map wasn't going to fool anyone.
Sam mop nikogo by nie. Dobra. Ja i tak będę kończył, bo już ponad 3 godziny grał.
Parts of the wall had fallen down.
To jest na pewno ten właściciel obrazu, ten dziadek, co był dzieciakiem. Tylko on nas nie poznał, nie? I on tutaj pewnie uciekł do swojego rodzinnego domu i teraz myśli, że to ktoś chce go dobić. Dobra, ale to pewnie będę już robił... Ile jeszcze postaci? Jeszcze od cholery postaci nie znalazłem. Więc jeszcze tej gry jeszcze sporo. Dobra, ja zapisuję i na dzisiaj kończę. To jest dopiero połowa gry. Tak. Także dzięki za dziś. Bye bye.